Attention! Multiple strange and dangerous prehistoric animals have mysteriously reappeared in the world. Please make sure to stay indoors and pay attention to the following broadcast. Recently, strange and dangerous prehistoric creatures have re-emerged into our world. These animals pose a significant threat to both human life and the ecosystems of our world. These animals range in size and time period. These animals include Hypsilophodon, Atrociraptor, Palaeophis, Muttaburrasaurus, and Chilantaisaurus. Please pay attention to the following broadcast to learn more about these animals. Hypsilophodon is a small, mostly herbivorous, dinosaur from early Cretaceous Europe. Today, this animal has made its return into Europe woodlands. Hypsilophodon reach 5 feet long, making them the smallest of the prehistoric species that have appeared throughout our world. In its native environment it would have primarily eaten ferns, cycads, and tree bark. In modern times it still eats tree bark, but primarily eats fruits and nuts. Along with this they'll occasionally find and eat carcasses found throughout the forest. These animals are very elusive, not due to their numbers, as there are an estimated 3 million living in Europe, but due to their small size, skittish nature, and nocturnal habits. This makes them difficult to study extensively. Despite their generally skittish personality, they can occasionally become hostile to something they view as a threat when provoked. You can tell if a Hypsilophodon is aggravated by a crouched stance, clicking of the beak, and a continuative hissing sound. Failure to avoid an aggressive Hypsilophodon can result in significant injury. There have been 3 known injuries caused by Hypsilophodon, 2 of which ended with a broken limb. Predators of adult Hypsilophodon include bears, wolves, jackals, lynxes and stray dogs. Juveniles are often also preyed upon by owls and stray cats. Hypsilophodon have been shown to be good for the environment, as they're able to help clear dead trees which take up space that other trees could benefit from, as well with it being a resource that not many other herbivores take advantage of often. Due to this, along with their generally passive nature, people generally have a good view of these peaceful creatures. These animals are certainly a welcome addition to our world and will likely stay that way. Atrociraptors are small, late Cretaceous, North American dromaeosaurs, currently living in the forests of North America. These animals reach up to 7 feet in length. They have a robust build for their size which allows them to hunt larger prey. Their diet consists primarily of rabbits, deer, dogs, cats, and humans. These are incredibly dangerous animals. Their thickened skulls allow them to survive gunshots, although gunshots will often scare them away. Their size allows them to get into houses. Atrociraptors been observed opening doors to get into houses and eating the owners. They have also been observed to teach these behaviors to other members of their species. They are ephemeral animals, meaning they come out during both day and night, allowing them to be a threat at all times of the day. It's recommended to lock all doors and windows, and keep some sort of weapon nearby at all times. This should deter an Atrociraptor in most cases. However, if you wish to be fully protected, you should make sure that there aren't any cracks or holes in your walls or foundation that could be made bigger by an Atrociraptor's claws. Additionally, they've been known to throw sticks or rocks at windows to break them and get into homes. So to make sure that you and your family stays protected, it's recommended to board up your windows. Along with this, make sure to keep children and pets indoors at all time, as they are the preferred prey of these animals. If you ever come face to face with an Atrociraptor, there are a few things you could do. The first is to make loud noises. Another thing is not to try to make yourself look larger than you are, as this may trick them into thinking you're a more worthwhile meal. which will cause an Atrociraptor to call in reinforcements, which will just make your situation deadlier. The Palaeophis is a massive prehistoric aquatic snake from Miocene Europe and Africa. There are multiple very different species of Palaeophis. Currently only Palaeophis colossaleus has come back. This snake reaches 40 feet long and is fully aquatic. They are currently living in the Red Sea and have recently been seen moving out into the Indian Ocean. These animals are extremely aggressive and dangerous to humans. If you live near the Red Sea or Indian Ocean, it is advised to not go to the beach and under no circumstances go swimming in open waters. These are coastal, ambush predators, which can attack suddenly and without warning, which makes them extremely dangerous to humans. Palaeophis are apex predators. The only current threat to adult Palaeophis are other adult Palaeophis. These animals' diet primarily consists of fish, turtles, dolphins, dugongs, and sharks. Due to their aquatic lifestyle, there haven't been as much devastation on people by this creature as the other prehistoric carnivores. This does not mean that there hasn't been any attacks, as around 10 deaths due to this species has been confirmed over the course of a few days. If you find yourself in waters with a Palaeophis, please do not make any sudden motions. It is better to avoid moving when near a Palaeophis to avoid drawing their attention. Muttaburrasaurus are large Australian iguanodontids from Middle Cretaceous Australia. These animals reach 26 feet long and can weigh up to 3 tons. These animals have made their magnificent return into the Australian wilderness. Whilst these animals are mostly peaceful, they pose the biggest threat out of any prehistoric animal. This is due to the lack of predators, as they're around 200 times bigger than Australia's largest terrestrial carnivore. Due to this, their numbers aren't controlled, which allows them to eat constantly. This has caused large patches of barren soil. Along with this, farms are constantly raided by these animals, causing Australia's food production to vastly decrease, causing plant-based food price to nearly double. This has caused mass panic to residents of Australia, as many families will soon have to go without food. These dangers have caused some to start hunting Muttaburrasaurus. These hunts are rarely successful, as their thick noses and skulls allow them to easily shrug off most gunfire. Many people have lost their life after provoking these animals, as these animals will almost always chase down and kill their attackers to make sure they don't pose a threat again. Hiding under a car has proven inefficient, as Muttaburrasaurus will most often simply flip the car over to get to you. If you instead try to hide in the car, then they'll often crush the car with you inside of it. Climbing a tree is equally as useless, as they'll often knock the tree over. If you provoke a Muttaburrasaurus, your best option is to make your way into a building. Muttaburrasaurus feeding habits have put stress on local herbivores, such as kangaroos, wombats, echidna, emus, and feral pigs. This has caused many of these animals to move further into populated areas. This allows them to be near humans more often, which naturally makes animal attacks more likely. If you see a Muttaburrasaurus in the wild, it is imperative to not interact with them under any circumstances to avoid any potential danger to you or those around you. The Chilantaisaurus is a large carnivorous dinosaur from late Cretaceous Asia. This animal can reach 36 feet in length and over 4 tons. This creature currently lives in the forests of Asia, being most common in the northern regions of the continent, as well as some areas of Europe. This animal is highly aggressive and is the most dangerous of the prehistoric animals that have come back. Over 150 missing person incidents have been attributed to this animal, and there have been 40 confirmed kills of humans. This animal's diet primarily consists of bear, deer, wolves, wild boar, large cats, and occasionally humans. This is a nocturnal ambush predator. While many of its relatives were likely to be pursuit predators, this animal will hide in bushes for hours waiting for something to walk by. This creature has bioluminescent eye spits used for intimidating larger predators. They've also been known to light up these eye spits before they attack. These animals are sexually dimorphic. The males have red display features on their head along with yellow and blue stripes lining down from their eye spits. Juvenile Chilantaisaurus are much more dangerous than adults, as these animals can fit inside of homes have learned to open doors. Juveniles have been known to hide inside of homes for hours waiting for somebody to get home. Due to this, it is highly recommended to lock all doors to avoid these animals entering your house. These animals are incredibly antisocial, so it's believed that many are independently learning this behavior. If you find yourself face to face with a Chilantaisaurus, play dead, as these animals will often overlook carcasses that they didn't kill. These animals are incredibly dangerous. Due to the dangers these creatures pose, many of the governments of the world have come together to form an administration to help deal with these animals. Any further problems with these animals will be handled by P.A.L.E.O. Make sure to follow the instructions in this broadcast to stay safe and do your part in controlling the danger these creatures pose.